Hey guys, SoCal Val here. You are listening to the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast.
It is a miserable Wednesday evening in the England. Anyway, Scotland will have to ask my lovely co-host.
It's cold, it's windy, but it's not that miserable.
Okay,
Not
well, it's
yet,
miserable,
anyway.
wet, and windy here in England. But nevertheless, this is the Hitting the Turnbuckle podcast. This is our NWA Power review, and I am always joined by my NWA ride or die, Fiona Lochran. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm not too bad, not too bad. Busy week, busy few weeks coming up from us here, and obviously for your good self as well. And I will be announcing at the end of this podcast who's going to be joining us for our special preview show of Samhain next Wednesday. It records next Wednesday. It'll probably be out next Thursday, but nevertheless, I will announce our very special guest who will be joining us for that. But before we get there, we need to review Musical Chairs. Was this week's prologue or episode name for
I'm loving these episode names, actually.
I always do a thing of texting you and say this is what it's called this week.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
It's a bit of fun. It started with EC3 actually. They were talking about EC3 and he was saying about his match coming up with Latimer, and he has another interview later on in the show, but a really good opening before, and then it starts with Pick Your Poison. It was Yarbo the Clown and Mecha Wolf.
It was indeed.
Now, they didn't show you, and I don't know because they didn't show you the attack that they done on Mecha Wolf on Twitter.
No, but that was all over. That was at the weekend, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was at the weekend. Yes, they attacked Mecha Wolf at a signing, I think, or a press conference or something along those lines. But Yarbo and Mecha Wolf had a match to kick off Power, and the winner of that match will get to pick the stipulation for their match.
It's exciting.
It is, which is going to be, which we now don't know what. We still don't know what it is. I'm guessing we find out next week or in the hopefully.
I hope so. Or maybe we'll find out on the night. We're only a week and a half out, so
we are.
We'll see.
This I found it funny when he blew the balloon up and popped it in Mecha Wolf's face.
I'm scared of balloons. Well, not scared of balloons, but I hate balloons popping. So I'd have been like,
that was quite. It was quite a funny. It was funny but serious match. It had some funny bits, as you can imagine, with the clowns. I still don't know how they use it with their feet, with their shoes on.
I really want to ask them. Like, I wonder if they've had to adapt their style of wrestling around the shoes. Really, possibly. I'm intrigued. Really intrigued by that.
So am I. We did get some. What was the word? I'm trying to think of the word now. We did get some. Oh my god! I've actually got a brain fart.
Are we talking Vampiro and Violent J? So there was a little bit of interaction, a little bit of hostility, a little bit of back and forth between them outside the ring.
And then we had some interference to finish off the match. That was the word I was thinking of. It's been a long day. We had some, which didn't go the way of Mecha Wolf and the team. And it ended up with Yarbo the Clown picking up the win.
And I thought when Bestia came out that would be it, but
no, not at all. And they pick up the win now, and the clowns will get to choose the stipulation.
I'm a little bit scared for Mecha Wolf and Bestia, to be honest with you. I really think that absolutely anything is possible with these guys. Like, you just don't know what's next. So I think the brothers of Funstruction and Violent J might have something pretty special up their sleeves for this one.
Yeah, I certainly do. A bit like you. I'm kind of worried about what stipulation could be. We was talking House of Fun match or something along those lines, or
I'm just thinking like blooming custard pies and shit, to be honest with you. It'll be like in a blooming like jelly-filled ring or something like. That's a whole different genre of wrestling, though.
Where are we going with this? Normally it's me with those sorts of things. You're now coming on the bandwagon with it.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry, it's absolutely fine. We won't.
Don't judge me.
No, definitely judge. Definitely judge you. Definitely judge. After that, Camille had a message for EC3. She was from the backstage or wherever she was. She was basically saying that she is a demon in a way. And
it was a great promo from her. She'd plastered that all over her social media. I thought that was a great promo, just like talking about polarity, and she's this, but she's this, and she's this, but she's this. Yeah, she's a good insurance policy, I think. She's definitely got Tom's back for this upcoming match.
She definitely has, and she definitely had Tom's back in his match with Koa. Although I would say this was a glorified squash, because every time Koa went for him, he was just pushing him away. I mean, credit to Koa. I mean, he gave it everything he could.
He kept coming back.
He kept coming back for more, maybe stupidly, but he kept coming back for more. And then the matches were getting more, or the moves were getting more brutal, and they were getting more forceful from Latimer. Obviously, Camille did hit the spear as well.
On Khalees, yeah.
So yes. And the cat makes another appearance. We are near.
I know, sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. We don't mind working with animals. I work with Andy and Dave. They're two big.
Ouch.
They will listen to this, and I'll be getting pelters for that. But yes, she did. She hit the spear out on Khalees, and Latimer picks up the win. Probably not a surprise that he picked the win up, because I think if he had lost going in closely, unless they played it like EC3 was on his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
But it felt like EC3 was on his mind, but more of a what he's going to do to EC3 rather than him being in his head, so to speak.
Yeah, that kind of felt like just a little nice warm-up for him.
Very much so. And EC3's got his final warm-up, as we say, in a tag match next week, which we'll get to in a minute. Father James Mitchell. Now, there's a good bit about this, and you know where I'm going to this in a minute. There's going to be a ultimate hardcore tag team war.
I'm excited for this.
It's going to be Sal the Pal and a good pal of mine. Gags will be
no comment.
No comment. Yeah, you're not in court, Fiona. You can make comment. They're going to be in against Mitchell. Who's that big guy again? I can't remember his name. You're going to have to refresh me.
I'm having up. Judas, sorry.
And Max. Well, is it going to be Max the Impaler as well? Because it's a tag team.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Well, no, actually, I don't know. No, I think it might be Max, actually. I think it might well be Max.
Okay.
I don't think they actually confirmed if it was Max, but it was just Judas and Max that were with Father James, so we'll just wait and see. But what is interesting is he was saying that Gags and Sal could bring along anybody to assemble their team. So I guess right now we don't really know if it's a 4-man, if it's 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4. So that opens it right up for I don't know how many people.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. What I've seen it's Judas, Max, and To Be Determined versus Sal the Pal, good old Gags, and To Be Determined. So to be determined's got a busy night.
Yeah, well and truly. Whoever To Be Determined is.
Couple of we'll find out who will be To Be Determined. Christ, these words. I'll get them out in a minute. We then obviously there's a bit about Rufy J discussing.
Well, can I just interrupt and go back? Just going back to about what Father James Mitchell had said.
Yes.
If Gags and Sal lose, so you've got the whole thing. If they lose, they have to sign a contract in blood, which is basically going to indebt them to him forevermore. But if Gags and Sal win, Father James has said he will bow at their feet and set them both free.
Yes.
This intrigues me. I can't ever imagine Father James bowing at anyone's feet, but that is enough to make me want Gags and Sal to win this one.
Well, the preview show next week was for you to tell us who's going to win matches. So you're giving that one away, but you're right. There is that stipulation involved. They'll be signing in blood if they lose, and they'll be free from James Mitchell if they win. So if you want them to win, then they need to beat these guys, or this team, shall we say. Very intriguing. The hardcore tag team war scares me. I don't know what.
Yeah, could be anything. It could be anything. Like, we've already got a Knights of the Round Table match.
We do, and we also. What was the EC3 stipulation? No limits or something like that. He said. No
it was. No, I don't actually know. I think it might be a no limits one. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, no limits match. No limits match. There you go. That's what it is. It's a no.
So lots and lots going on at the pay-per-view so far.
Loads going on at the pay-per-view, which always makes it for an entertaining show. Rufy J, because now we're going back to Rufy J. She was next. She was saying about her match. She's not worried about the other members of Pretty Empowered interfering, but she wants to take the gold off of Kenzie Page so quickly.
Yeah.
Really,
I think that'll be a good match. I like Rufy J. I like what I've seen of her so far. Yeah. I think she's a pretty talented girl. I think she'll give Kenzie a run for her money. But Kenzie's just seemed unstoppable lately. So again, we'll just wait and see.
We will wait and see, and we'll see how if Kenzie Page's run will be very, very short. We'll find out at Samhain. Now, 6:05 limit coming up next. Max the Impaler versus MJ Jenkins was next on the show. So 6:05 limit because it's TV title. Very powerful contest. Obviously, Max the Impaler roaring every time they were hitting a move.
Max is something else. They are just an absolute powerhouse, and I would be quite terrified to be in the ring with them, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, although MJ Jenkins didn't give up that easy, though, did she? She gave it.
No, she's also put on a really good show in her appearances in NWA, but again, it's Max, and I don't really think anyone going in the ring against Max has a chance against them at the moment.
Not at the minute. I don't think so. And Max did win. It was only about a minute or so left of that match, though.
Yeah, there wasn't long. It was I had Max down with the win at 1:02, so there was only a minute and 2 seconds left. Exactly. But when you think about it, with the 6:05 time limit, it was only a 5-minute match then. And Max did what Max needed to do. Yeah,
she did. Well, he I don't know. It's just weird. They there. That's definitely the one. That's definitely the best way because of all the paint you don't know. Yes, and the winner of the 6:05 is if the time limit expires, it still counts as a win towards the 7, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that was Max's 3rd win of their lucky 7 streak. So onwards, marching on.
Watch out, Kenzie Page. If Max gets to the 7. I don't know how long that title reign would last if Max gets to the 7 and decides to go for the weird.
Yeah, and then just going back just before that, we had Gags and Sal with Sam as well.
Sal's got
we had a little chat with them. Sal seems a little bit like a different person at the moment.
He was mellow.
Sal seems to say that he's been doing some yoga, some meditation, and a new medication that he's taken once a day, but tends to wear off towards the end of the day, which you kind of got a little glimpse of as the interview was drawing to a close. I'm quite excited with this new Sal. I quite like chilled Sal, but we'll see how he goes as well. Interesting.
In that match, he's got to be ready.
Yeah.
Don't take your tablets that day. So
I don't know though. Is he going to be more clear-headed if he does? Unhinged Sal's interesting to watch, but chilled, calm, serene Sal is also an interesting concept.
It is. Yes, and we will see at Samhain if he takes his medication and he does his yoga and he does his meditation. We'll see what Sal appears. Maybe we'll get a bit of both at Samhain.
Who knows?
We only got a week and a half to get there. Boo Kerry Morton was next.
That's just becoming a thing, isn't it?
That was your key.
Boo Kerry Morton.
Thank you.
Boo Kerry.
Thank you. That was what I was waiting for to move on. don't work with animals.
A wee bit slow. It's been a long day as well for me.
Yeah, don't work with children or animals. Where's your cat?
He's sleeping right there.
He's sleeping now. They were on the back. Phil B doesn't really care who he fights at Samhain was the word, because the winner of the main event, which we'll talk about in a minute, goes against Phil B Silas and Curry and Alex. Yes.
Yeah,
challenged, 80 challenged a team to fight them at Samhain.
Yeah, open challenge. Could be anybody.
Who is it going?
Well, I don't know. I'm just like in my head. I was going right. Who have we got?
I know who it is.
I do not. Do I know? No, I don't know off the top of my head. So
from the match card, I'm reading off of Wikipedia. So please take that as a Wikipedia. I will say nothing because Fiona doesn't know.
I will find out when everybody else finds out. But yeah, a little bit of a promo. The whole "we run the NWA" Boo Kerry. They're very arrogant. I kind of like it, but still Boo Kerry. I kind of like it. I am such a Silas fan. I love Thrillbilly. He just the epitome still, and I've said it before, of NWA, old school NWA for me. So I actually quite like the three of them together, even though I despise Kerry. So
Boo Kerry Morton, everybody.
Boo Kerry Morton.
Boo Kerry Morton. That leads us to the main event, which was Sexy Jesus. No,
see, you've jumped the gun again.
Gun today. Go, Fee. What did I miss?
Kyle with Pretty Empowered.
Of course.
At the podium. Yeah. So you've got Ella and Kylie with their belts talking about their match at Samhain. Yes. And then you've got Kenzie as well talking about her match.
With her top that says loser.
What's that?
A top that says loser.
Yeah. See? She's obviously not a loser since she's holding the gold. No. I love these girls. I love the attitude. I love the sass. I love the energy that they bring. I love their matching sunglasses. Where did you get them, girlies? I want a pair of them.
Ask Danny Deals.
Yeah, Danny. Hook me up, pal. But the girls, obviously the tag team champs, Ella and Kylie, are facing Markova and Taylor Rising.
Yes.
Seem to think that Taylor obviously is a Pretty Empowered wannabe, Pretty Empowered reject, never quite going to make it. And I know that they don't think much of Markova, so I reckon that's going to be a really good tag team match at the pay-per-view.
Do the titles change?
What's that?
Do the titles change?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yes. I don't.
I thought you were like, yes. I'm like, what do you know?
Yeah, I know.
No. We'll just wait and see. And then obviously Kenzie as well. She's hyped up for her match. I'm excited to watch them wrestle. And outside of NWA, they seem to be getting around and getting a lot of shots round about in the States. So I do. I really like the three of them. They're sassy. My kind of girls. They're angry girls. They're quite angry, shouty girls. My kind of girls, though. I love the fact that Kenzie's like, I'll be here all day until you shut up because the camera's not going to leave me because I am your champ. And I was just like, you go, girl.
Yes, the crowd are giving her a bit of stick. And talking of people that get everywhere, Turbo from the Outrunners was on Collision.
Yeah, I heard. That's cool.
Not for long, mind. He was on AEW Collision, and the Outrunners have been on AEW as a team as well recently. I can't remember how, a good few months ago now, but they were on there. So talk about people getting around a bit, but yes, I see a lot of posters for shows now, even with Boo Kerry on there. Funnily enough,
Kerry tweeted today, I think early this morning. He's like, "Why have I not been on your local indie?" And I was so tempted to respond to it, but I was like, "Nope,
bring to one of your Scotland shows."
Rise above, and then I could Boo Kerry in real life.
Boo Kerry. That's why the whole reason I was telling him to do it. Make it happen.
I might go and have some conversations with some people about that.
Maybe I could bring him to buckle up too.
Yay! We can all Boo Kerry.
All Boo Kerry Morton together. Now I'm right in saying it's main event with Chris, the Sexy Jesus, against Chris Adonis against Zyon, who was undefeated. I believe he was undefeated. They're going into this. This was actually a really good hard hitting contest. He even broke. Well, he didn't break the master lock. He got hooked in the master lock and got.
Yeah.
I thought it was over at that point.
I thought it was over at that point. I was like, "Yep, this is it. Adonis has got it." I was wrong. You were wrong.
I was wrong. Yeah, absolutely. And then there was DQ.
Yep.
Adonis, not Adonis, Zyon got DQ'd for not breaking.
Yeah, it wasn't the finish I was expecting.
Me either, but he did get DQ'd for not breaking the hold. So it's Chris Adonis going against Philbilly at Samhain. I don't think there's a stipulation for that.
Not yet. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that match though.
I am. Yeah, that would be a really good contest.
I think it'll be a good one.
There's a lot of good contests on at Samhain by looking at the card at the minute. Chris Adonis and Philbilly is one of them. But they did mention that they were going to show some footage, but they didn't. Tom Latimer is not happy. Why didn't you?
Oh my word! His promo today. If you have not checked it out, go and check out Tom Latimer's social media. He gets tore in to NWA and the Office for not showing the footage from the Exodus Pro show where Tom beat the living shit out of EC3, basically.
He did.
That's it in a nutshell.
That was a nutshell, but go on Tom Latimer's Instagram if you haven't already and check that out. He's
an angry man, and rightly so.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say an angry Bram for a minute.
An angry Bram, yeah. That's in the past, that one.
That one's well in the past, but we've got one more Powerr left next week before Samhain. We will be back for that, but we're doing another show next Wednesday. We are doing a special Samhain preview show where we'll go through the matches. We will decide who's going to win and lose, but we're not doing this alone, Fee. Next week, joining us for the NWA Samhain preview is a man that's going to be in the center of the Savages as they explode in their submission match at Samhain. We'll be talking to Chris Silvio Esquire next week.
That's going to be interesting.
Certainly will be. What Chris Silvio will we get? It is
anybody's guess.
It's
anybody's guess.
Will he be? He says about calling things down the middle and stuff. Will he call when we do these preview matches? Will he call that down the middle, or will there be some Silvio shenanigans on that?
Who knows? Only one way to find out.
You got to join us next week. But before we go, Fiona, come on, reel it off. What are you?
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. So I was going to say I had a weekend off. I didn't. I had a show on Friday night. This Friday night, I am with W3L Resolution Weekend. It's their 20th anniversary. On Friday, we are in Musselburgh. On Saturday, we are in Glenrothes. It's either Glenrothes or Kirkcaldy. That's really bad. I can't remember. That's this weekend. The following weekend, on Friday the 27th, so the night before Samhain, it's Premier British Wrestling's Maximum Impact, which is our biggest show of the year in Greenock. There are some tickets left available for that at ringsideworld.co.uk. I will be emceeing there. Obviously, next Saturday night is Samhain, which I am super looking forward to.
Nice.
So I'm buzzing for that. And then I think I have a weekend off, but in terms of Inside the Ropes, we've got lots of stuff coming up. Our Godfather tour's been announced. So that's the 10th, 11th and 12th of December. There are no meet and greets available for Glasgow for Papa Shango. They've sold out. There's only I think there was like 2 left for Manchester, 5 left for London. So if you want a meet and greet with Papa Shango on the 11th or 12th, you need to go to itrtix.com and get your tickets for them pronto. As far as I'm aware, there is some Godfather meet and greets for after the show, but the pre-show Papa Shango ones, particularly in Glasgow, have all sold out.
Very popular, those ones, aren't
they? Yeah. But in between the 28th, the 27th of October and the 10th of December, I have multiple other shows. I will not bore you with them first. I'll get to them as the weeks go on. But lots to look forward to. I'm very excited. Lots of wrestling action coming up.
Yeah, lots of action for us as well. The Turnbuckle coming up. We are here, there, and everywhere. Andy is at Apex Wrestling on Saturday. Me and Rachel are at the Progress Wrestling's Halloween show on Sunday.
I'm still disappointed you're not going in costume.
Well, I'm dressing up as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You better.
I just got to grow a beard. No, I'm definitely not dressed up. You still want me to do the Spectacular's entrance when we I'm not going to get out of that, am I? The following weekend, apart from Samhain, I've been invited to RCWA in Raynham for their show. That's actually headlined by a coffin match between Warren Banks and Kelly Six. I actually see Warren Banks at Progress as well. The following week, myself and Rachel will be at Rev Pro at 229. That's another venue, a lovely venue that we was at before. And then the week after that, it's back to our spiritual home at Ignite for Curtain Call 2. And they only have 30 tickets left for that show. And all the matches are yet to be announced. I think we've also, the following week, we've been invited by the Knights family to go to their showground event over in Norfolk to see the Knight family. That's going to be interesting. We're going to be conducting some interviews there. Andy's mum doesn't live too far away, so that's going to be great. We thank the Knights for them. We thank RCWA, all the other Apex, and I think Andy's going to see another wrestling. I think Andy's going to see New Force Wrestling actually on the 28th as well. So we've got a busy few weeks.
There's lots going on.
There's loads going on as we enter the end of the year. No news on the big guest for December yet, but don't worry, it will happen. I just can't give anything away as it stands right now. Still can't give anything away yet. But as we get closer and as it gets more once we agree dates and stuff, then we will announce it then. But let's suffice to say, you won't be disappointed, and it is a massive, massive guest. But I can't say anything more than that at this time. But this has been the NWA Power Review. She has been the wonderful Fiona Loughran. I've just been Adam Cousins. And until next...
Oh, you're all right too.
I'm not so bad. And until next time, when we're back for a double, like we said, Power Review, and Chris Silvio joins us. Buckle down, stay safe, try not to get too wet if you're in the UK and Scotland. And goodbye.